welcome back to RachandBella Crafts. I hope you're all well. So we're going to crack on today with day 46, I believe, of the 100-day challenge. Apologies for not having done a video over the last 2 days. Ari was been a bit tired, and I had cankles. How awful are cankles? It's like, what, really? Not good. So just a quick reminder, we also have our Show Some Style Junk Journal 2023 collaboration running, and we have now had all of these amazing people on this side, and we are now onto this side of the schedule. So this week you should have caught up by now with Corey from Creating with Scraps, Corey Darman. We've also had the wonderful Carol Laws and the amazing Rose from Journals in Time. Each of them have done fantastic inspirational projects. We are looking forward to Melina from Me Crafty Scrapper popping her video up sometime today. And then we've got Caroline from Catch Crafts, and then Karen from Grace Speed Creations, who is new to our collaboration. So welcome, Karen. And then we'll have Kerry Griffiths then joining us on the weekend as well. So lots and lots to look forward to the rest of the week. So don't forget to keep following along with the hashtag Show Some Style JJ23. Right, I'm just going to pop that back on my board because otherwise I will lose it. You know what I'm like. So what are we doing today? Well, I carried on after I turned the camera off. I actually did some of this on the sofa as well. And I've done my second masterboard now. Brought in some different colours this time. I actually tried using some purples this time and some reds, which I feel also have worked. And I've given those a bit of a spritz with the old, you know, distress sprays. But I'm really pleased with how these have come out now. And I've added a few more numbers. Well, I got carried away with my stamps then because we were watching, what are we watching at the moment? Oh, Yellowstone, the prequel to Yellowstone. Have you seen that out? 1883, I think it's called. Very good, very good. So enjoying that at the moment, which is great because you can watch the TV, do your masterboards on the sofa with the family. Lovely. Not neglecting anything or anybody then, you know. We all get what we need. Right, okay, so what are we going to do? Well, we're actually going to make some journal cards because when I came to do my last journal, after all of the projects we've done so far for 100 days, I didn't have any journal cards to go into the journal. So I was like, oh, right, we need to make sure we factor in some journal cards this time. So I'm hopeful that I will get, I'm thinking, wait, where's my ruler on it? Because I don't want to just hack into these now, because once they're cut, aren't they? So I'm thinking, journal card, we're usually looking at 5x3, aren't we? So if that is, oh, that would be perfect. That's dead on 5x3 there. Oh, well, that's dead on 5. And I should then get 3 journal cards out of there. So let's just double check. Yes, news, damn it. Oh, gosh, you can feel that handmade paper underneath. Let me just check what I got left there now. 6.5. It was me the odd button there. Let's just go halfway. Oh, come on, girl. Hold tight now. Oh, there we go. That's that one and that one. Ooh, they look cool, don't they? Gosh, this paper is really thick. Right, and then what am I left with now? So I've got 7.5 that way, and I got obviously 9 that way. So I go 7.5, so I go half of that. So I'll make them about 3.5 deep. That should be okay. They'll just be. No, that's not. Oh, that's the wrong way. Gosh, just double check that in. Right, so I've got 7.5 that way. So if I go 3 3/4, I'm going to cut the end of my 4 off, but that's all right, isn't it? Because that gives me then 4 there, just under 4. There we go. Right, all tight. There we are. And then again, cut those into 3s. These ones are slightly narrower, but that's fine. We get 3 out of them. It's not a problem, so it'll be slightly dutty. But I quite like these actually. It's quite a nice size. So you would have been better cutting that way first. I would only have to do one cut. But there we go. So work with what you've got. Cut your sizes and your shapes out of your masterboards. I think that's more than enough for me to be going on with it for the time being. I got some varying sizes and shapes, and we can have a little look now at what we're going to put onto these. So I've got some larger ones and I've got some smaller ones, and then we can also look at maybe we might want to turn some of these into pockets maybe, but we'll have a little look now. So let's just lay them out. Right, gosh, these are really thick. I don't ever back my I should say rarely back my journaling cards, so for them to have a nice thick backing like that is quite unusual. So what I've got to work with, I have got my bag of metally bits that I've gathered up out of all my collections that I has been just sat not being used. So I've got some gears, I've got some little clocks, the odd key. What else have we got here? That's silver, that one there is another key there. Oh, and I tell you what I've got. One sec. Now, our Tobe, the dog, the Labrador, has got his first test on the weekend. Gun dog trials. So we were out practicing the day before yesterday with the pellet gun. And I was doing the banger thing, and he was running and getting his dummies. And as the other half was about to clear out the gun, he just started to tip them out. I was like, oh wait, I'll have those. So I thought, oh, they would be really cool if I could find a way to incorporate. So these are empty pellet shells. So why not? Let's reuse those. So I'm going to try and work out a way. I wondered if actually my, what's it called? The crocodile. I wonder if there was a way to kind of pop it through a hole and splay that or do something with it, but we'll give it a go because it'd be good to be able to recycle those rather than them just, you know, whatever. But I just thought they would look quite cool, seeing as we're going to go for a bit of a, I'm going to try for a steampunky look here now. So yeah, I've got all that in there, so let's pop that out there out the way. I've also got some buttons that they're just old black buttons that I had a bit of a go at last year with some gesso and some, I think I just actually just sprayed distress sprays on them, but they might be quite cool. What else have we got? So that's my metalware. All this stuff I've just gotten off Amazon, these bits and pieces here. I've had these ages. I've just not had an occasion for which to use them. I've also then got my my fussy cuts from the freebie from last weekend. I've actually got my Cricut plugged in and working this week. Go me. And I've now got some really fussy cuts, which is great because I wouldn't have been able to get in and do those as well as the Cricut can. So I'm really pleased with those. So I would like to utilise some of those. What else have I got here? I have also got some of these, one of these packs. I think they came with your Creative Studio, but they're just, oh gosh, we get these from, where are you all shopping these days? Shein, Temu, or I actually read this week now that Temu is a no-go. They're under some investigation or something for, I don't know. But, and if it's for robbing people's designs, then good enough, because I've got up this morning to an email. Thank you very much, by the way, to Stephanie from My Porch Prints for letting me know. But she'd spotted on Etsy yesterday. Somebody'd opened a shop and was selling one of my DigiKits really cheekily. But the best bit was they hadn't even bothered to redo the photographs that go on the front. And they just used all my adverts with all my shop name all over them. So how do they think they're going to get away with it? It's so cheeky. So cheeky. So yeah, I forgot to tell you about that earlier, Mum. Sorry, we've had so much going on today. I just forget about general news now. So yeah, these are like newspaper articles, so and adverts. So anything like that. I thought they might be quite useful. I might use those for a bit on the back. And then I've got these. So these are little people. These also have come through from something. But they're just cheapy versions of, so they're not too thick, but these will be ideal. So we'll have a little sifty through and see if there's any appropriate people in there, because obviously I don't want anything too romanticised. We want something a bit more. Oh look, she's on a telephone now. That, come on, that's got a class as steampunk, hasn't it? It's a telephone. What else have we got there? He looks quite oldie worldy, doesn't he? But yeah, so we'll see what we can make out of that. Oh, they got a number on them. That'll do. We'll make that work. Yeah, I haven't really got industrial people. There's a guy there in a suit. Perhaps we'll see. I've never ever worked with people before. Not like this. Not these kind of people. Real people, yes, but not these people. Mum always laughs at me. He definitely looks from the industrial age, doesn't he? Because I don't know. I find them a bit weird. Actually, these are not quite so bad. Some of them, though, they freak me out a bit. These are quite cute, I think, because they're kids. But I say that, I suppose, if they are actual original photographs. I don't know. I just find something about them a bit... I don't know. I'm not going to say anymore. Just find some of them a bit sad. So, yeah. Oh, these are lovely. Look, they got their holiday flags. Okay. No, these will be all right. And she's smiling. That's okay. That's okay. I just didn't want people that are looking too sad, you know, and forlorn. But he looks very pleased with himself. He doesn't look happy he's having his photograph taken at all, does he? In fact, I think I've got quite a few photographs of my middle one like that. It's like, really? Another photograph, ma'am? Really? Yeah, so anyway, that's what we've got. That's what we're working with. Let's see what we can do. Now, I'm really struggling at the minute because I want to put some lace on here. Because I would always put lace on a journal card I'm going to build up. But that's just not going to be done, is it? So, or if it is, it needs to be dark, I think, is the kind of, what's it called? You know, that's the instruction. Anyway, it's dark and kind of, perhaps I could get away with, like, some really, like, this kind of colour, maybe? I don't know. It's worth a try, isn't it? It's worth a try. And then if I do some stitching on them, messy stitching then with dark thread, I'm hoping then that'll perhaps bring it together. So, yeah, we'll have a little look at that now. So I thought we'd just have a bit of a go at crafting these together and a bit of a chat because I haven't been on to speak to you all for a few days. It's all been a little bit crazy here. Oh, things are still dragging on with the new property from Mum and Dad, and it just doesn't seem to be anything easy to be done these days. It's, you know, it's like the, you know, they have to do all the checks and everything, referencing and all that. Everything just seems to take forever. So we think we're almost there, but we've been and had a look this morning. I said, oh, let's go and have a second viewing. Let's just check it is the right place for you now. But it is, in all fairness, it is lovely. It really is very lovely. So, and the space will be perfect. There's a nice space there for Mum to have a craft room. So I know they would very much appreciate all your prayers. Keep praying that they can get that secured now and get them in and settled, ready for summer, because it is on the way. I was also thinking, time to start looking for a little holiday maybe. I don't know, I hadn't even thought about this yet. I can't believe it's almost May. I just don't know where the time's gone. It's, in all fairness, it's been a long, miserable, well, it should have been spring. Spring hasn't sprung here really yet. My daffs have only just started opening at the front. This week they've just opened. I don't think any of my tulips have come up. Oh, two. I've got 2 tulips up in the front. My hyacinth has opened. My 2 little hyacinths in the front pot, but nothing else. My camellia is in full bloom. I should have pruned that really. But the rhododendrons are as tight as anything. You'd think it was February out in the back garden. Right, okay. So, how shall we start this? Let's do these bigger ones first. I can't work them all out like that. It puts me off. Right, okay. So, I'm thinking let's do something with the backs first because I can't do the front and then flip over to the back. So, what I thought I would do is to take some of these and just do a little bit of like a dual collage look. And then we'll have a bit of writing space and a bit of... because that's the other papers I've got here as well. Ah, where have you gone? Come along, don't hide. Ah, this stuff, which is ideal, isn't it, for covering the back of this. So, let's try and work this out now. Because I don't want it to be too uniform, but it needs to make sense. I might use this stuff actually, because I'm not sure that oohoo is going to stick particularly well on the because this is that homemade paper I made, but I actually think this is the one I used when I was recycling card. Oh my goodness gracious me, stick my glue. I do apologise. That's terrible, Rachel. Should have cleaned that. Oh, okay. I'm all of a doodah today, guys. All of a doodah. So much going on. I gotta keep an eye on the time because I gotta go and get his nibs from work because the van's brakes went last night. So that's in the garage. So I had to get up at 5 this morning and drive him to work, which I laughed. I don't think we uttered a word, or I didn't utter a word the whole way. I'm not very good in the morning. Certainly not past blinking 5. I didn't even sleep about 3 hours, I think. And it's got to go over like quite a steep mountainside to where he works in the next valley in the hospital. And I said, well, you just remember this was your choice for me to drive you. I have really blurry eyes first thing in the morning. But they weren't too bad this morning, in my defence. They were all right, thank goodness. But yeah, I don't say an awful lot. Driving over the mountain with my hood up. Big massive hood on this hoodie. And it was really cold. It was 2 degrees and the frost sign was on. But it's actually turned into a really lovely day. So we don't mind that. But yeah, I mustn't forget now to pick him up when he'd be sat on the wall outside the hospital. And they'll all be driving past him saying, are you going home today or what? But yeah. So I thought, right, I'm going to nip on, do my video now while it's quiet. Because everything just goes chaotic after 3 o'clock in my house. Well, if you make the mistake of going out from our house at before 3, you've got to be prepared for the fact that you probably won't get back in the house until gone past. Because although today I would expect them all to be walking to pick up their children from school, but I doubt they will. Oh, they're a lazy lot, I mean, my golly, you've never seen traffic like here on this road. I live, there's a primary school on the end of our road, and the traffic is phenomenal out here at 3 o'clock on a rainy day, because nobody wants to walk, do they? But they get here and then they still have to walk half a mile to their cars, because this is a, you know, it's all built up area, it's all residential. What idiot thought it would be a good idea to put a primary school on the end of a quiet cul-de-sac road? I do not know, because our road is a dead end. I bet it was lovelier years ago before they had that school. I can't imagine what our neighbours must have felt like at the time. Because by the time we bought here, the school had been here a good few years. But I bet it used to be lovely and quiet. Naughty really, but there we are. It's council sphere, I suppose. Oh, that's annoying. That is annoying. What shall I pop on there? I don't want to... Oh, that'll be alright, won't it? Let's just take that off. Is that big enough? Yeah. So put it upside down. Just to be, you know. Right. Yeah, so busy morning. Out early. Took him to work. Got back. Still shell-shocked. Being out of bed that early. I don't actually know, and my brain is still going, but there we are. I'm used to only having a few hours of sleep. We all are, aren't we? So then I came in and had breakfast, and I was trying to keep an eye on the time then, because obviously I had to get little one up for someone. I shouldn't call him little one, but he's always going to be little one, isn't he? To get him up for school. And then I then left it too long then, and then shouted at him, oh, are you ready now? Come on, I'm going to be late. Yeah, I'm up. So mad dash, get him have his breakfast and out the door. He's very good, fair dues. He's always gets himself up. We haven't yet hit that I don't want to go to bed stage, thank goodness. I hope we never do. He's very good at getting up, is out down. But cause I remember his older brothers were a nightmare. But I can't remember whether that was this year or the next year. Whether it be year 8 or year 9. Because they used to be enthusiastic and would dive out of bed, and then all of a sudden, what is it he says? The circadian, is that the word? Rhythm of a teenager is not inducive to comprehensive school timetables. They're not designed to get up before noon, apparently. That's their natural body clock. So they tell me, and I go, all right, okay, whatever. School starts at 8:15. Get up. You gotta go. Get on with it. I had to do it. One in tune with my circadian rhythm either. I probably said that word wrong, but whatever. He laughs at me because I just take no notice of him. I know, send me from a different generation. My goodness, just get up and get on with it. Get it done. Get it over with. I'd think at school you'd rather just be in early. I know it's tough the first hour, but let's be honest, nobody's doing anything the first hour anyway. They all, yes miss, I'm here, blah blah blah. But at least you're home early, aren't you? Got your afternoon and your evening. which I always found far more important. Should we put a different colour there? Surely if I have it on longer pieces, that would make more sense, wouldn't it? Yes, Rachel, it really would. So if I put a bit like that there. There we go. And then if I take my ruler there, cut that short. So yeah, that was this morning's drama. Anyway, like I say, I was sat there quite, you know, quiet, minding my own business, eating my breakfast, and then just about to get ready to go up and have my shower. I was meeting Mum and Dad to go and view the house, and then I had a message come through on my Etsy from Stephanie. I'm so grateful to Stephanie this morning, my porch prints, for spotting my kit, because I would never have known. I don't know whether anyone would have noticed and said. She's already sold a couple of copies of it though, so, or he, whoever this person is. So I had to Google then, how do you tell Etsy? They haven't emailed me back yet though, so I don't know whether they've chased it up or not. I don't know. But I have sent, you've got to fill in like a report form on there and say it's your work. But I know Rachel and Sarah from Roxy Creations have had problems, haven't they? And I'm guessing, as Stephanie's checking things as well, I think that they've probably had 1 or 2 issues too. So it's wrong. It's wrong. So just to be clear, for those of you that do buy digital kits, you cannot sell on somebody else's digital work. You cannot alter anybody's digital work. Do not load it into Photoshop and add to it, put things on it. You can print it. You can use it as paper. That's the lot, because it is copyrighted. So, yeah, because I had a bit of a confusion as well. There was something put on our Facebook page yesterday, and quite innocently, you know, it was, but I did have to just prompt and just as a reminder, you cannot amend people's digital products. You know, you've got to start with your own stuff if you want to make your own. You need to start with a blank page like we do. That's what takes the time. But yeah, so, but like I say, it's one thing when people are making genuine mistakes, but this was just brazen. Somebody taking a product and just, they've obviously bought it from me. That's what's more frustrating, is that people who are buying my products on Etsy, you don't know who they are, and it makes you a little bit nervous because you think, well, if you're not genuine consumers, you know, how do you even begin to police that though, you know? Can't, can you? Oh, goodness gracious me. Who thought it would be an easy way to earn a living, eh? It's really not, no. And the trouble is, well, when you're doing things as creative, and I'm sure you will all think with this, if you have a bad experience, it's like, we've all been there, we've all posted something into a Facebook group or on an Instagram page, and some smarty pants has made a comment that's not particularly nice or encouraging. Knocks your confidence a bit then, and then you don't want to do anything for a bit then. You don't want to post anything because you feel a bit vulnerable. And of course you feel vulnerable. It's your work, you're putting yourself out there. Well, it's like that with your digitals, and if you have an experience where either somebody's, you know, copied your work or done something with one of your digis, this, you know, and you've had, not that there's been an argument, but where you've had to go and say something, because it's not very nice. It's never nice having to tell anybody off. No matter how nicely you do it, you just still feel like you're telling them off, don't you? You know, you don't do the job for that. I may as well have stayed in the job I was before and carried on being in management. You think, well, that's why I leave that kind of a role. But it does then put you off. It makes you not feel very creative. So I haven't got time for that. Get on with the next kit. It's there. It's in my head. The girls were laughing at me the other day. I said, I've got my idea now. Because we got little nicknames now in our admin chat group. Steph, who's joined us, she's very quick. She got up the one morning, she changed her name. And we were all fascinated. And I said, how the heck have you done that? She said, that threw me this morning. I've changed your name to something else. And she actually couldn't make nicknames. I was like, oh my gosh, how long have we been on here? We didn't know that. So I said, right, come on, by the end of the day, everybody got to have a nickname now. So the only trouble is now, the messages flash up, and I'm like, I can't remember who that is now. I have to go on and look. Like, oh yeah, that's right. Oh, I've always been useless with the nicknames. Because I laugh because my name means ewe, E-W-E, as in a female sheep. I may have mentioned this before. It's been a constant irkness to me for most of my life. Like, what a stupid meaning for a name. Female sheep. And I couldn't be further from being sheep-like. I'm not a crowd runner. I like to do my own thing and be quite different, you know. But so that did irritate me greatly. It wasn't helped that when I was in school, I think I was about 10 at the time, there was a boy in school who tormented the life out of everybody. And he used to call me Rack-a-Lamb because I used to have a little plaque over my desk saying, you know, Rachel means lamb or whatever, sheep, female sheep it means. And he just thought it was hilarious to call me Rack-a-Lamb. And it took me ages. He just started calling me the one day. Because, of course, you can have a rack of lamb. I don't know if that's a dish everywhere else, but that it's something you can have here in a restaurant. You can go to a restaurant and ask for a rack of lamb. So I just assumed that's why he was sitting there. I was only sat there then one day, looked at the top of my desk and I could see then this plaque over. I was like, oh, that's why he calls me that. Oh, I got on my nerves, so it really irritated me. So I've never been a particular fan of nicknames. And I'm not very good at making them up either. So I just find them hard work. It's hard enough remembering your own name as it is without somebody giving you names. But we have had fun with these nicknames, so I'm not sharing them. they're in trade secrets. We've got to have a few, haven't we? Got to have a little bit of mystery. Right, back's done. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to make like a little bit of a scrappy cluster thing. This is the best bit now. This is when we get a bit, you know. So let's try and do like 3 of these. And I'm going to try and do them all slightly differently. I'm not going to be worried about it being raised. That's fine if it's, you know, they're quite thick. That's okay. Because they're meant to be, you know, they're not necessarily got to go in a journal. But I just want to try and bring in some of the theme. I also would like to add 1 or 2 of these elements to my journal cards, just to reinforce that. So I got a clock there. That's actually a pocket watch, right? But whatever. Yeah, because some of these are the ones that I sprayed, if you remember. These look too shiny, don't they? What have we done with it? Here we go. So as per usual, it's all go here. And then we got Rob back off to uni now on the weekend. For exams. Oh, last term, my goodness. For this year. And then we'll see what happens then for next term. And where we're at with that. But, yeah. Lots going on. But yeah, I need to think about a holiday at some point. I could just really do with a quiet couple of days by the sea where I haven't got to go anywhere or do anything. Preferably not even drive if I can help it. Also that has an electric charge point, because by the time my car would get there it would most definitely need to be charged. Right, I have a pack of little stickers. Where have they gone? Those. And yeah, just somewhere near the sea, because if I'm near the sea I'm calm. Right, here we go. So I've also got a couple more of these as well. I've got a couple of sticky things. Oh, that looks cool. What have we got there? These are a wabbit on a Gordon Bennett. Here we go. Hey. There. Yeah, and I'm thinking I'm going to pop that there. I am a little anxious about trying to glue metal on. I know Rose was using super glue on she the other day. She had the right idea, I think, because I'm not sure. I'm not sure they're going to stick, but we'll see. We will see. Where's those little labels? So I'm going to try and use up some of these bits I've got, because we all go mad when there's a new shop that comes out with all these little bits, don't we? And like I say, I have a lot of this stuff from Your Creative Studio. I use them initially, and then it's just this constant cycle of stuff to be utilising, and then they go to the side and I forget about them. So it's good to have the opportunity to, I'm going to pop that on there because that bit of paper's rising, and it'll just keep that in place then. A little bit of ink, marvellous. And I'm thinking, right, this is this cluster we need to do something with now. So who are we going to put on here? Oh, he's just so cute, but he looks really miserable. Oh dear me, this little guy here whose shoes look too big for his body, he looks cute. And what's this chap doing? Oh, he's meant to be a little butcher, look. Oh, this is cute. She's on the telephone, but she doesn't look very Industrial Revolution. This guy does, I suppose, doesn't he? He looks like a doctor, actually. Doctor on call, maybe with his bag. He'll do. He'll do. We'll have him on there. Probably could have done with something a little bit more industrialised, but that'll do. So I'm thinking I'm going to go to the sewing machine, which is now by the side of me. Handy. And I'm just going to quickly stitch up the centre of these clusters really messily. And then we'll add the people on, and then we'll see how they look. So I'll be back in a minute. Right, okay, so I finished these little scrappy clusters, which I think look really cute. I'm just going to try out some little scenes with them, with these people. Our little guy there. So I put my little guy there now on a bit of torn paper. I'm thinking he'll look quite cute there. I'm just looking for some glue, because these are going to require quite a bit. And I'm going to get them down on there. I stuck my key down on top of one of those sticky scraps. Let's put this little guy down first, shall we? I'm going to pop him there. There we are. I thought just by putting that bit of scrap paper behind, and I'm going to put this one then down across the bottom, just to be slightly different from the other two, where I'm going to put it on the side. So plenty of glue on there, because we don't want that coming off. But I think these look rather cool. Right, so that's that one. And then this one here, obviously we've stuck those on there. I'm going to pop this scrappy cluster on the one corner. That's why these are great to have, these little cluster things to have to hand, because if you want to just have something quick to pop onto a journal card, if they're made up ready to go, I thought we'd put this gentleman here on the side of it. Just get rid of that white edge there. So there's no place for white edges. And then we'll have a little look then and see if we can attach some of these metal bits. And I just hope to goodness now that they stick. Otherwise I'm going to be at a bit of a loss, because I haven't got any super glue to hand, you see. So we'll give it a go though. And then there's that one there. Another scrappy cluster. And I've made that using embossed paper scraps, just a bit of scrappy like newspaper print, and then some really old lace. Lost my number under there, but never mind. And then I thought this side, I'm going to put the ticket with the lock on the top. But I'm going to put that off to the side. Oh, my eyes are stinging today. Maybe it's the glue or the tiredness. Tiredness, probably. Oop, there we are. Right. Sit still now. And then this little girl who's on the telephone, I've taken the butterfly out of the Fussy Cuts, the freebie, and I've just stitched it onto her leg, because she didn't have an awful lot on there. So I just thought, well, let's just make her a bit decent and put a butterfly in front of her. So, yeah. Very nice. And then we'll pop her by there. Lovely jubbly. Love it. Right. So I need to be a bit brave now and just try some metalwork. Let me just put the lid on that, because Ooh, I don't think you're going to have any place in this. I wonder if we could try... I don't know if the glitter glue will hold that on there. Being a bit ambitious, thinking that that will, won't I? I got fabric tack here, but I'm not sure if that's some metal. We'll give it a go. We'll just try, okay? We'll just try something. So I'm thinking the doctor, he's less likely to have gears. He's going to more likely to be checking his clock, isn't he? Checking his watch, making sure he's on time. That's a watch face there. Oh, that's cool, isn't it? Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a shame to glue that down. Now. Okay, I'm being a bit stupid here, aren't I? Maybe, just maybe, we'd be better off doing this then. You are very silly, Rachel. Well, like, not silly because I just thought of it, but that would have been a shame to have been struggling with that when you have got those there. There we go. Ah, I like it. There we are. Now we can see both sides because the other side, look, has got a super cool exposed inside of the watch. Yes, I like it. Now that does look cool. Yeah. Okay, perhaps that will go down that road then because I didn't really fancy trying to glue them on. So what else have we got here? Well, as she's got the lock, let's give her a key, shall we? Oh, that's a cool key, isn't it? What does that's come with? I can't see what that says on there. No, can't see it. No, perhaps it's not in English. I don't know. I've got strong enough glasses on today. So, do we put that there or do I put it there on a thing? There maybe on a... Do I try and stick it on? Should we try and stick one on? If we don't try, we're not going to know, are we? And at least then I can say, yeah, this works, that doesn't. Come on. The worst that's going to happen is it's not going to stick and then it'll fall off. That's the worst that'll happen. So, you know, we may as well let it go, haven't we? I really don't think it is going to work, but if I don't try, I won't know. So, oh, pressure's on now. Glitter glue. Let's see what you can do. You stick everything else. Come on, we have absolute faith in you that you can do this. You got this. You've got this. Now it will dry clear, because it says on there, dries clear. But it's whether or not it's going to hold is the question. So I'm going to pop that in the window, and hopefully that'll be dry by the time I finish my video. And then we can see if it stays on. So that's that one. So my little guy is on there nice and firmly now. I think that was a good idea to stitch there. What shall we give him? What shall we pop on there for him? Should we perhaps try and put some gears on this one here? Like that maybe? Or shall I put them this side? What are we thinking? Down there maybe? Yeah, that works, I think. I think that's going to be too big. Well, there's that one there. To give him a wheel. Oh, you know what we could do? We could give him a stick. Where's that? Because they used to play that game, didn't they? You know, with a stick and a wheel and a thing, and they'd roll it. I'm saying they. Well, clearly not me, because I wasn't there then, but I'm thinking that's too long, isn't it? But if he'd had a little stick in his hand, do you know what I mean? What was it called? Where they used to hit the wheel, didn't they? And it would run the wheel down the road with the stick. I'll have to try and find something to give him a stick, maybe. So we could pop that there, and then that'd look like his little wheel then. Yes, let's try that. So I just want to see if these are going to stick, basically. I'm fully expecting it not to, but oh, it'd be marvellous if they did, wouldn't it? Imagine the possibilities. I clearly don't watch many people sticking their metal weight down, because I would know the answer to this if I did. So I do apologise, because you all probably are shouting at me, no, Rachel, do this, or yes, of course it will, blah, 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 blah. And I haven't got the foggiest because I haven't stuck any metal work down before. So this is how we learn, you see, isn't it? This is how we learn. I'm taking you on my journey with me. Again, I'm going to let that dry off a minute, and then we will come back to that and see if it's stuck. If it hasn't stuck, I will have to come up with a plan B. But let me take those out of the way. But I think that'll look quite cool. Now, I did want to try and adapt one of these, so I'm going to have a little look at that in a minute while we're waiting for that to dry. What I need now is my crocodile that I have here. So what I'm thinking is, on here, look, we've got these, and I'm wondering if I can use that to, because didn't, aren't these meant to turn? I wonder if I pop that look on there like that, flat, if it'll crush it down. I wonder. It was only one way to find out, didn't it? Right, so let's have a practice on this. I don't want to ruin my card, but I reckon that'll look pretty cool. Let's see if I can, where's my, see if I can open that up a minute. Probably not, because I got nothing to grip it with. Oh, it does open. Okay, so the metal's soft, that's the main thing, you see. It's one thing it being crushed under a pellet again, but it's another thing it being movable. Because I'm just wondering if I can, if it'll flatten like a brad. That's the word I've been trying to get out. Treat it like a brad. Right. Yeah, I reckon that'll work. Okay. The ones I need, one of the boys have pinched. Oh, drives me daft, that does. I don't mind them borrowing things, so put them back. Right. Just try and get that through the hole. This is live crafts at its best. Rachel loses the top of her finger. Won't be the first time it's happened to a crafter. Won't be a first time. Right, but not today. I haven't got time for that. So we haven't got time for our A&E. I'm going to try and pop it up there. So let's make a hole. Oh, I just realised I should have stitched this one first. I stitched the other one. Nicky knocky no. Right, see, that'll go through there, look. That's what I wanted to do. I think it's going to be too big. Yeah, that is annoying. Just try and whoop. Oh, let's try that one. Let's try when I haven't ripped its jaws open. Oh, there we are. See, because I think that looks quite cool. But we just got to deal with the back. So I can't have that like that, can we? So let's go back to the, oh, I can't remember what original settings are on here now. Blimey. No, it wasn't that one. It was that one, wasn't it? That's the one. And what did we have down below here? Was it that one there? Yeah, I think it was. I think it was that one there. I think. Did it? I don't know. Let's. Yeah, that way I would do a brad normally, wouldn't I? Right, let's see. And that's gonna, yeah, that's gonna dent the top. So I want it flat, ideally. Where's the flat bit? There. So flatten that bit, and then let's put that. Let's put that in there. See what that does. Because what I don't want to do is wreck the top. Oh, I just locked it. Did that work? Oh, it's better. Certainly giving it a, God, that'd be mind-blowing now if I can convert old pellets into brads. How cool would that be? Maybe I need to adjust my setting, but what I didn't want to do was I don't want to damage the top. Try a wider, there, look, like that. This is what Shona was trying to explain to us in their video the other week when she said about there being different settings to do different things. Oh, that's it, and it's flat. Oh yeah, so I could put a little sticker over that now if I don't want that. Oh, I like that. I think that looks really cool. Nice shiny used pellet. Oh, excellent, amazing. And I could even put a bit of string around it and hang something off it, or yes, I like that. I like that very much, very much. Right, let me see if those other things are dry, and I'm just going to do a bit of stitching around there, and then I'll be done. So there we go, all done, and they have stuck. Now the only thing is, I will say at the moment, and it's probably been about 20 minutes since I stuck them, they haven't dried clear yet. So my only word of advice would be to grab a Q-tip or something small and get around there and get that bit of glue out while it's still wet, because I mean, look, it's not coming off. I'm not going to go yanking it about, but I'm moving it and nothing's moving. That's stuck there, but that hasn't dried clear yet, so I'll leave it now. I might be able to cut it away afterwards, but I mean, that's a small price to pay for it to stick on there, so I'm pleased with that. That does stick down rather nicely. So I like that. I'm really pleased. And then on the back, and I've gone around them all with some really like scrappy stitching. You've got writing space on the back of there. That's a really good, solid Juno card. And I've left a little bit there. Again, that's stuck nicely. It's not going anywhere. But I hope that dries clear. And what I might do then is perhaps spray a bit of distress spray to cover. Again, nice bit of writing space on the back. Going around with the scrappy stitching. And then this one, loving this with the double-sided watch on the face. Got our Dr. fella with his bag, another watch there, and then we've got the pellet there then, and then on the back, oh, that's the only thing I gotta do is put a little sticker over that. Have I got anything there small around? No, I will find something now, and I'll just cover that over. But yeah, I'm really pleased with that. I'm pleased that I've been able to use those like Brad would. So, not like Brad would, like a Brad, you know. But I just think that looks quite cool. It's nice to be able to use. So, you know, that's what I'm trying to say to you all. You know, we haven't got to go buying stuff. We've got metal-y things around us. I mean, you could do that with, you know, different things. Go and look in your other half's toolbox when he's not around. Look in the shed. You'll be just amazed at the little fixtures and fittings that you might find. Even a little bolt, a small bolt you could put through it. That would be quite cool, wouldn't it? A couple of bolts, so you'd be like Frankenstein. No. Oh, what's his name out of the Munsters? Remember the bolts in his neck? Him and Munster. That would look cool. Right, so there we go. So that is stage 1 of using our master boards. Come back tomorrow for the next project and see what I've done with my other boards that I cut up. Have a great afternoon. I will be back with you tomorrow. See you very soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.